I can hear sounds coming from all over. Actually, now that I look up, I realize that this hall is more of a warehouse, almost like a movie set or a storage unit. Ooh, and there's like a blinking, like an overlay on the screen. I've never seen that before. Okay, this is gonna be a weird one, I think. Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to Gary's Mod. And today, the map we're gonna be exploring is GM Red Halls. At its core, essentially a liminal space map, but from what little I've seen, this one is a little different. I mean, we've already gotten a glimpse of that right here, but I feel like these days, liminal spaces are associated with certain specific imagery, which is probably to its detriment. This feels to me more like a dark dream. The kind where you're someplace you've never been, yet it somehow feels familiar, like you already sort of know what to expect. For example, like how that door at the end of the hall is ajar. Having those walls not quite reach the ceiling, it feels open even while being enclosed, like any moment something is going to peek up over those darkened ceilings and look down at me. Well, let's start with the obvious. Oh, this is us just stepping out of the set. Like where we're not supposed to be. God, that blinking is gonna jump scare me over and over, isn't it? Okay, so where do we start then? When you walk in with the flashlight, you realize that these dark gulfs that seem like they stretch out infinitely are actually not as big as they seem. Which is just disorienting when you realize that you've created a mental map having not even seen it. Like your brain can just fill in an assumption that's totally wrong, and it's an assumption you're not even aware you've made. Okay, but this is gonna be one of those, huh? Maybe I just can't attribute any humanity aside from my own consciousness in this place. This room is totally pitch dark. I can move down these sides. oh no. It's a maze. It's a totally black maze. Well, there's not a whole ton I can do with that. There is a door this way. Ooh. Okay, we'll come back to you. I suppose this place is nothing but red doors in some form or another. Why does every angle in this place feel like you've just missed something peeking around the corner as you walked by? The fox... something... the hair... small? The fox hair... small... Enamel... the window... on or fall Stygian? Something tells me we haven't seen the last of this imagery. I don't know what I was expecting, but the fact that it wasn't nothing shows that this place has thoroughly drawn me in. Danger, confined space, hazardous atmosphere, air-supplied respirator required for entry. How about a flashlight? I don't know what it is with the ambient sounds on this map, but they feels so real, and the doors are closing behind me. So much for leaving them open as a breadcrumb trail. Each door with a different warning sign above it. Oh, wait, what did that one say? What did that one say? I only got the word enough. Warning, sinister. God, all of these doors opening at different paces, toying with your expectations, even in that little way, causes such discomfort. For example, introducing a little bit of humor, followed by a jump scare after all that. Are you the last person to make it here? I would imagine this is our way out, right? All right. Oh my god, I'm on fire! I'm on fire! Well, I guess that was a one-way trip. Although I find that when I have recurring dreams, I find that I have a weird nostalgia for the things I'm seeing, but I can never recall when the original dream was, making me wonder if the fact that it's a recurring dream isn't itself a product of the dream. Well, this sure is narrow and ominous. And it too feels like a movie set. You heard that, right? I just heard footsteps over on my right. Like, not in-game, like, ambient footsteps, but actual footsteps from an NPC or something. I'm having to get real close to peer through this, like, tiny hole. Look at you. Just endlessly pacing back and forth, now staring at me. I don't like that I can't see you now. I don't know how this works in-game, but that was so uncomfortable in VR. Alright, let's keep trying to move around. It's just gonna be doors after doors. Tension on this map is palpable. Like, even when nothing's happening, just changing up the ambiance is enough. Alright, well, let's start kicking things open then. You? Nothing? You? Well, there's flies, but that's about it. Every time I blink, I think something new is happening. What are you? You look like some kind of little anime Dr. Kell. Can I grab you? No? I wonder if you're some kind of reference, maybe to a creator? You know, outside of gaming, it's hard to know the visceral fear of when a bunch of rocks in a bed turn to face you. Oh my! Okay, okie dokie. You're a head crab, disguised as rocks. Clever. Fishy? I wonder. Oh, I can't grab you out of the air. I mean, I'm just saying, if they're free floating around, that means they're free, period, right? What the heck is that one? I love turtles, and I love Turtles hat. Okay, maybe this map does have a slightly more comedic tone than I was expecting, or... well, maybe the tone being all over the place is part of the nightmarish dream logic. Why do I feel like Elster would love this? Can I pick you up? No. Hello, there's an opening back there. I don't think we'll be able to break you with this. Well, this is quite a thing. At first it looks like a starry night, but it's not. It's motes of dust suspended on the air. Actually in a weirdly uniform layer, like it's some kind of mass migration. And also, I now realize the night has walls. Why does this feel like a memory condensed to its barest emotions? And now presented in a completely different way. All that ambiance, all that fear reduced to the electrical hum of that street post. Well, let's see what it wants. A canopy of trees welcoming me through like some kind of coronation. I have the strong urge to run right now, so that's precisely what I'm gonna do. How typical of dream logic, huh? To have that constant rising of tension and dread and uncertainty, and then right at the climax, right when it seems like some great truth is about to be revealed, bang. And suddenly you're awake again. Only to resume the next time you go to sleep. God, what are these puddles on the ground? Mounds of just blue goop. This too is a red door. Warning, working as intended. Come on. There are other doors here too. Reinstall your eyeballs, please. Might take me a second, but I could do it. Okay, can't interact. Is that a dig at people who comment on workshop pages asking about missing textures? The soundscapes on this aren't consistent enough to eventually start reassuring me. That's the thing. And they use such specific sounds. I feel that exact same way so much of the time. Oh, look at you. This is the adult version of a pillow fort, huh? Constructed out of tires and ladders and a forklift. This is a dream rather than a nightmare. And I'm not quite sure what this is. Somehow the fact that there's interior ambiance here is so off-putting.
It's time for power shift.
Oh my god! Okay. Go. Okay, this is not gonna be very doable in VR. Yep. Maybe I've got this? Nope. Okay, yeah, no, that's gonna require a no clip. I can't jump over that. Yep. I did it! Whoa! Okay, allow me to just put my stomach back in place. I just had ice cream. Oh, that was not good for me. Oh my god. Hello, what is that down there? It's just a leaf. Well, this is kind of nice. It's weird how reality just sort of tears away towards the top, but it's kind of nice. I think there's just something hardwired into human perception where we're like, okay, if the birds are okay, everything's okay. Probably not the worst gauge either. Something you guys have talked about is how when it suddenly goes quiet in a map and it's so disturbing, that could be part of like a hardwired instinct where if all the animals and birds have gone quiet, that could mean that they're hiding from a predator, something that they've noticed that you didn't. Even the abandoned houses here still have those red doors that tell that we're still dreaming. Going through the door is probably good luck, even if we have other options. Oops. Okay, I guess we can only open one. I mean, if we had to retire somewhere, right? I'm talking about a completely hypothetical scenario that doesn't actually exist right now. But imagine if you were in a permanent dream state, right? And you're completely lucid, and you realize that you're constantly going to keep moving between worlds, moving between ideas, and they can range from pleasant to absolutely nightmarish. Would you ever just keep going and wanting to see new things, getting that variety, or would you wait until you find somewhere nice, somewhere pleasant, and just settle down there, knowing that it's all you'll ever be able to experience, but you'll never get anything bad? Would it be hard to make the decision to just move on if you ever get bored? I guess you could apply that same question to real life. But then again, I think dreams are great at making you kind of examine ideas more deeply. Okay, let's make our way to the top of that platform over there. I have a feeling that's going to be the key. Yep. Actually, looking around, I have to deal with the idea that maybe there is no way to move on. Maybe we don't even have a choice. Oh, it's a zip line. But what do we do with the zip line is the question. I mean, There's gotta be... Actually, that's not two houses next to each other. They're connected. Let's go see what that's about. Only this one doesn't seem to have any windows. It's the darker house next door. Locked. Well, if we can get inside, it must be important, right? That is so weird. This whole other structure just tacked on. One open and one not? Yeah, no, we can't get in. Well, look, there is a pillar over here that goes up to the ceiling. Maybe we could do something with that? Ah, there's a ladder! And an opening in the sky. God, this is disorienting. It feels like it's so tall, and I suppose it is. Look at that, the kingdom in the clouds, and it looks a lot like a swampy flatgrass map. Weird knowing what's all below us. Howdy. I can still hear the birds chirping. Are you behind pillars? I can't see a thing. Wait, do I just have to drop down? Oh my god, that's a long way. God, the perspective in here is really screwing with me. I mean, I don't even know how much you can see. It is really, really dark. Is there... back wall? No. Okay, well, at least I know that there are lights mounted on poles and not giant eyes staring at me. We're just gonna have to eat it, I think. Ow. God, listen, you can hear the echo off of this huge chamber, giant pillars the size of houses. And the ambiance abruptly changes. Okay. Okay. I can see just enough that I'm not tripping over myself, but it's so dark that I can't get a sense for any of this. And all the while, even though I know they're lights, it still feels like towering creatures being completely indifferent to me, just staring forward instead of bothering to look down. There must be a way out in here somewhere. There always has been. Unless the way out is being run over by something that's prowling in here. I get parking garage feelings from this. There's elevated areas over here. I'm sorry, I know you can't see a thing. I barely can. A ladder. Is this what it's like being a rat in a sewer? You have no idea how glad I am to see one of these red doors again. A train yard. Closest thing we've had to a recognizable space in some time. I'll take it. I get the feeling I need to be up high. Come on. No. Don't want to fall down. For a place with so many lights, it sure is dark in here. I can't see 20 feet in front of my face. Will this open? It will not. I really don't like that this seemingly turned out to be nothing, but I cannot find any exit from that room. So all I can think is to try again on the opposite side of this chamber. Okay, there is a ladder. And another ladder. And nothing up on this side. Nothing at all. Are you kidding? No, there is something. Unfinished walls, almost as if under renovation, colliding with stone and concrete. Like it can't make up its mind whether it's abandoned or not even finished. Wake up! You need to go to work! Or school! Or whatever you do! Wake up! Joke's on you, I'm a small business owner. I wake up whenever I please. And sleep not at all soundly. Okay, so there we go. There we are, earning the flashing lights and jump scares warning. I feel like that does positive things for engagement, given that this is a horror channel. There we go. Oh, that sound is going to follow us everywhere. I want to take the elevator, but instinct is telling me to take the elevator last. Ooh. It looks like something has escaped. Maybe a velociraptor of some kind? This looks like it can maybe be platformed. It would be of questionable feasibility in VR. Very questionable feasibility, screw that. And now I'm questioning if I should stay here. Seems like we're entering a hazardous environment. But I'll take it. Should I wait to do this? Yeah, I feel like I should wait to do this. Getting back here is going to be such a pain if I have to. Yeah, I'll have some roast pork sliced thin. Oh wait, I just realized the register is facing me. It's like I'm the shopkeep. This is really weird from this perspective, standing here as a work simulator out those darkened windows, waiting for ravenous customers to place their face against the glass. And here's the meat locker. Oh, look at that. A butcher shop for electronics. We're like Best Buy. That's kind of cool, actually. Having it set up like a food place, like a deli, and yet we're selling computer stuff. A weird conflation of ideas that you accept non-critically in the dream state. Alright, I guess we'll see what you're all about now. Well, that's not good. Maybe we can crouch through here. Yep. Hello? You wanna open for me? Guess not. If we don't die, maybe I'll try again later to see what happens, but we've got places to be. My, this elevator sure is moving. Oh. There you are! There you are, yes. I knew we would see more of that imagery. Concrete construction can't decide whether it's a bunker or a cathedral. But we're greeted by the same sights. Cathedral can't decide whether it's a cathedral or a Chuck E. Cheese play place. Look at this, 2 filled with PNGs of ball pits, 1 filled with simply gravel. Ooh. A ball pit which we can actually submerge ourselves in to some degree. Look at that. Oh, that's weird. This is one of my favorite things about dream logic, is the conflating of ideas that don't really go together. Things that in the moment seem to make sense. Especially since you can take things that you never would have even thought to put together. I could certainly say I wouldn't, but somehow the giant windows mesh. I mean, giant stained glass, the big domes that they put around these play places. It sort of works if you think about it. Actually, we can, and I don't need to stress my knees, because in VR, if you don't know this, if you hold down the jump button in VR, it'll automatically consider that a crouch jump. So very, very useful. Yep. Sometimes, though, it is more immersive and necessary to actually crouch, and this is where ye old yoga mat comes in. Makes things much easier on the knees. Yep. Oh, come on. Yep. Yep. Come on. Yeah. Sorry for the head clipping, it cannot be helped. This is so weird. This is so weird to do in VR, especially right here, coming straight up to the windows. We could take the slide down. Come on. Ah, we just get wedged. I guess we had one too many pizza slices. Yep. What do you think the official pizza slice of the church is? Yep. Yep, come on. Yep. Yep, come on. Whoa. Now, I wonder. It seems like we've only bothered to place padding on the ceiling of all places. Is it glass, or will I fall to my death? Well, the bloodstain on the ground seems to lean one way in that argument. But the fact that we're not falling leans another way. And maybe the glass is not that strong. But either way, look, Mom! Look! Mom! Look! Look! We did it! Alright, let's get down there. Well, that was a surprising amount of fun, and I talked a lot about the conflating of images, but I really like the idea that this map can show a large variety of different places, and yet it's all connected by the red doors, a common image, to remind you that this is all one cohesive experience. Well, maybe cohesive isn't the right word. When did we install a fog chamber? You can walk right through this. It's like some kind of dev room for testing particle effects. Is it even fog, or is that just an illusion that comes across because of the texture of the walls and ceiling? I don't know, but I'll tell you what's not an illusion: Legoland. This looks familiar. Wait, why does this look so familiar? Hang on. I've been here. I've been here before with Rat Skewer, but it was very, very different. Actually, it gave way to an apocalypse before long. I remember there was some kind of, like, demonic wilting metal tree in the back that grew and grew until the world was consumed. I don't know. Well, those of you who haven't seen that video have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't even think that was on this channel. But you get what I'm saying, right? God, where do I even start with this? These are just shapes standing in the field. Lego Island with dark, droning soundtrack is... It's a mixture of emotions, I'll give it that. I thought I just heard something change, but maybe I'm just listening out for change. Have I abandoned a large portion of the map? No, we're right back where we started. Well, that's fine by me. The fact that that was familiar really struck a chord for some reason. I'm completely losing track of where I have and haven't been. Turning corners will do that. Alright, here's where we first entered this area from the elevator. Oh, good. It heard me when I said that I was disturbed by being familiar with an area, and so it gave me something that I would absolutely not be familiar with. Although, to be honest, I can't help but be reminded of the astral plane from Control, so maybe it is a bit familiar. Actually, it's so close, it almost feels like a deliberate reference, like it must be. Yep. Red doors, red glows. It all fits together evenly. Actually... Does this connect to where we were before, where we started? What do you mean? It starts and stops automatically. It looks like a roller coaster, but with a cart on either side, like they're gonna collide in the middle. It's a novel execution device, so I'll give it that. Yep, that's what I thought! Didn't think it would be that fast, though. It would seem we're back at the beginning now, and I would like to continue where we were. But there's a lot to see here, so maybe we just trust that we'll get there eventually. What happens if we turn around and open the door immediately behind us? What happens if we turn around and open the second door immediately behind us? It's just doors all the way down. Why doesn't the map name warn you of this? This map doesn't warn us about a lot of things. Oh man, look at all these head crabs. Hang on, let's try some other stuff first. Oh look, it's a hammer museum. I don't know why I reached out and grabbed the thing that says explosion. Man, this place really likes to pay homage to the stuff behind the scenes, doesn't it? I mean, this isn't even the first error room we've seen. Warning, does not actually mine Bitcoin. Oh my god, my frames. No, no, no. Please tell me you're gonna remove that stuff. Oh my god, there's actually just like a crash button. That thankfully disassembles itself. Okay, well, for the sake of my frame rate, I hope you won't mind if I just go ahead and start... This is basically the Garry's Mod equivalent of one of those pointy sticks that you use to pick up trash. Alright, that's most of them. Moving on. Now, where to next? Well, we could go down the ominous red hallway. That seems like an obvious place to start. Huh, a lot of open doors here. What are you? I don't know why I just turned on my light to go after a light. But is this stuff we've seen before? I legitimately have gotten so turned around, I have completely lost track. I haven't seen that before, so no. So no, I think I'm overextending right now. Oh my god, this starts out as a maze, and I basically bypassed it by going to where I did. But it's all just closets. Closets of varying shapes and size, but closets nevertheless. Ooh, look. This feels like something I've seen before, like something I've experienced before. Although maybe not the miniature furniture, but certainly the flickering glow of the TV just sitting on the floor late at night. Blinds closed so you can't tell if it's night or day, but it almost doesn't matter. I saw that it was a flat surface, and I still honestly expected something to come of this. See, all these hallways look the same, and it makes me think that I've been here before, but that's never been the case. And, like, some doors are open. Okay, was that supposed to happen? I'm honestly not even sure. I should not have been able to open it from here. A whole lot of dead ends, but you know, an observation I made. I have a weird association with the footsteps in Gary's mod now. I mean, just kind of walking across this giant, mind-bending space that would break the brains of most mortals. You just hear this sound moving through, looking for the next thing. I've kind of come to associate that pit-pat, pit-pat, pit-pat with curiosity. It's strange. Like, being totally aloof to the weirdness and just being curious. Ooh. Why, it's a great puddle of orange. Yep. I'm being pulled down. Oh god, we're back here. Okay, so this is basically the underworld. Once you're here, you've already fallen into a liminal nightmare. In that case, we might as well see what happens when we fall down here. Die. Cool. Well then, if the doors are going to be this way, let's just start opening them up one by one. Nothing to lose, right? Unless they just want to start not working like that. Okay, rare locked one. Another closet. Remember, we've been on the outskirts of all of these, so they can't be too deep. Boxes. Nothing. Box. Oh, it's all one space, so we can ignore that door. I don't understand why sometimes grabbing a doorknob works and sometimes it doesn't. But then I don't understand a lot of things about this place. It's just a confusing, never-ending nightmare of misery and dreams, and I don't know what I'm talking about. It's weird because it felt so linear at first. So note, do not jump into the orange. Just continue with the pit-pat, pit-pat, pit-pat. Ah, yes, we have worked our way back around, so it does all connect eventually. They're not just orphaned branches. That means we can start to see some rhyme or reason. Which means we're making progress. Alright, let's see about our indoor water park. That is some high dive. This actually looks really awesome. Hopefully it's not the same as diving into orange, alright? Alright, let's jump on up. There we go. I mean, I always complain about stairs not being clipped. I don't even know what you call this. Yep. Okay, we're working our way to that door up there. If it's even to be possible. Because that's going to be an awkward angle, I'm telling you. Oh boy. Alright. Yep. Let's come over here in case this opens outward. It does not. Thank you. Okay, this is like the inverted version of the halls down there. Instead of looking up into darkness, it's blinding white light. Cars. Okay, well, the selection leaves something to be desired. What about further down? Oh, there's even more. Let's go see the cars. We're off to a great start. Honest Jim's used car lot is probably going to pass inspection with flying colors at this rate. You know, because of the colors that fly off of the cars during collisions. Huh. Lots of normal doors in here, but the one behind the counter is that familiar red. Also, I can't help but notice that your counter is made of door. I don't know where that factors into inspection. It's not something we ever thought of. Not something we thought to put on the form. So I guess this is where the intern conducts their sales. And this is where disgraced stepdads come to threaten the manager with a gun for their rip-off purchase. Okay, just don't let me open it. A mini model of a city. Although the textures here, there's something about it that just makes this feel more like a mirror, even though it's different things on the other side and is clearly a window. Even that bright LED acting as the moon. It's one of those things that, like, feels so full of meaning, and yet I couldn't even begin to tell you what that meaning is. Well, these stairs certainly aren't clipped. But maybe I can forgive that. Wow, it looks like a Tomb Raider PS1 game. Ancient ruins with those blocky, angular polygons. Eh. Oh, come on. Yep. We can't go inside, huh? Well, I suppose it's a good thing, considering I was just blindly walking headlong into a cave that my light couldn't penetrate. We are just not even trying to hide the other rooms here, are we? I mean, we are just being haphazard with our no-draw. Another teleport. Instantly recognized. Instantly recognized. And we are being even more haphazard with our no-draw. Wow. Wow. This may only be one single particular angle of it. But actually, if you stand this way, this is the only angle where this image makes sense. It's like it was only meant to be viewed as a still frame. But I would have to be blind and have amnesia to not recognize myhouse.wad. The last thing I grabbed from a pedestal killed me. But this is Mountain Dew. And in fact, everything went much better this time. I mean, we can hear the SWAT helicopter in the air, but they'd have to find me first. Hello, there's another of you. They took it. Although I'm not sure what the point of framing is when our goal was to get that stuff in the first place. Here we go, we've got our centerpiece, and so many things on this map fall off to red. Why does this feel like the final walk of a Silent Hill game? And I imagine these are the same rails that the station we were in earlier pulls out from. Doesn't seem like we can open this chest. Just a fragment of a world floating in the void. Once again, not even bothering to hide the no draws. Okay, we've already been here. We've already been down there. We're saving the red hallway. And here's another place I wouldn't mind retiring to. Look at that, a TV, a fire, a couch, a loft. And what I like to imagine is a snowy winter day outside. Locked. This map really does run the full gamut of emotions, huh? But it's cool. I mean, being detached from the typical liminal imagery you would get from a map like this, I think really works in its favor, because I really am going through unsure of what I'm going to see next, of what the mood whiplash is going to be like. Other liminal space maps are cool and all, but over time, you sort of develop a tolerance, and you find yourself wondering which familiar image you're going to see next, which I don't think really works in the spirit of liminal spaces. Here, it's an entirely new game, and it's something that I think more maps have caught on to recently. I said something similar about GM After Hours. A lot of creators are kind of experimenting and doing their own thing with the same concept now, and it's really working out for them. What are we in attendance of? Well, whatever it was serious enough that they cleared out the funhouse equipment.
The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world.
It seems as if you only just arrived.
I have learned to ignore such naysayers when quelling them was out of the question.
Time, Dr. Freeman?
I'm not saying no. All right, freshly married, woohoo! Goodbye, I'll totally call you back later. Oh, the things you never expect to experience in this game. And it seems we're right into another. Danger, leak. Come on. Well, what do I do with this information? Yep. I mean, I've always wanted to be a fish. You know, because you get to be in the pool forever. Probably not a pool. The chlorine will kill you. So about those red pillars I just saw glowing in the distance, do we want to learn what that's about? I feel like that sounds important. Not even a red door, but there's a red glow coming from here. Supply power source. Power where? That sounds like something that needs to be dealt with from elsewhere on the map, right? Well, that doesn't seem good. Yep. Yep. That doesn't seem like there was no power. Oh, hey, look at that. We were the power source. What that means for us, I don't know, but I guess we can take some solace in that? You know, being immortal and all. Let's find out what's up these stairs then. Bump, 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 bump. We're here. Oop, have I not? Yep. Another bench beneath streetlights, but now in a very different context. It's like before we had that happy memory ripped away from us, presented in a melancholic light. Now we get to experience it truly as we remember it in an uncorrupted state, but only after we've been through all this. It's a rare thing for a dream to actually reward you with getting what you want. I've heard it's because your brain becomes more active at the moment you achieve your goal, and that causes you to wake up. I don't actually know if that's true or not, but it certainly feels true. Even the chirping birds are back. And chirping birds in a light drizzle, somehow that's even more comfortable than on a completely sunny day, because it gives the impression that, yeah, things are atmospheric, but it's all alright. You know what's not alright is the bump, bump, bump. Alright, red hallway, show us your stuff. Darker towards the end. Although I suppose most things are. Just a bare, concrete something. Although, I can't help but see CTF2 for it in this. Honestly, though, I'd recognize the vague shape anywhere. 2 Fort was my favorite map because it was the most fun to me to just hop on a 24-hour server and just play, you know? Not really care about who was winning or losing or KDR. Just play and get into shenanigans. But then again, maybe that's the child part of my brain that just loves having a fort and defending it, or attacking somebody else's. Is there anything to be seen? There is, but I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to. So we'll save that for later, I guess. This map is proving to be much, much bigger than I even thought, and I was expecting this to go on a while. Come on. Sudden drop. Grain void. Oh my god. Well, I think we've activated another trap card. Grain silos are so dangerous, and now we're gonna pay the price. Yep. Yeah, oh wow, we're actually sinking in it slowly. We're dead. I was gonna say that making a map where I drown in a grain silo is kind of like the equivalent of drawing me dying in a glue trap, but somebody actually has drawn me dying in a glue trap, so I don't know what to do with that information. I just figured other people should know, just in case it's important. You just heard a door open, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. You were waiting for me to be gone. Jaws open shut, waiting for your next victim. This goes around like that. You are still watching. You never feel alone in a place like this. Never really. So many angles. It's like an IKEA, I swear.
Get the hell out of here!
Oh my god. That was actually terrifying. Yeah, leave, please. Please leave. Okay. Okay, I will. No problem. That caught me off guard. That caught me more than a little off guard. Oh, God, I just cannot get to the end of these hallways. And the doors are being really uncooperative with my flashlight all of a sudden. It's like a pink-black map where I'm just running around trying doors, except here, pretty much all of them actually open. Well, not all of them. Don't want to miss anything above all else. Although I'm sure with a map of this scale I will. Like a set for a cooking show. How to make lasagna. 1. Melon. 2. Milk. 3. Dal. 4. Gasoline. 5. Head crab. Alive. Don't screw it up. Huh, I wonder if all that stuff can actually be found. Ooh, it can. Might be a little bit difficult to pull off in VR, though. Okay, well, first we need a melon. Where does one find a melon around these parts? Can we open... We can't open the fridge. And the freezer, where we find the melon. Okay, well, I never thought we'd be getting into a cooking show, but here we are. There's one. Next, we need the milk, which we can be found right here. Yep. And then Horror Baby. You love cooking. I knew you'd be into stuff like this, although you're the real star of the show. I'm just the special guest. Now we need gasoline. Where does one find gasoline? Also, we're not putting this in the oven, are we? Oh, there we go. Come on. And just a dash of that, including the can. And the live head crab. Okay, now, folks, this is the difficult part. Make sure you wear your UV glove. Yep. Don't seem to be coming for me. Come on. Ooh. Now, you always got to be really careful when you handle these things, because they can get real feisty. Yep. This is why we wear our UV glove. Where did it go? Come on. This is not going to make it easy. Yep, come on. Yep, come on. Come on. Come on. I can't really pick you up properly. There we go. Nope. All right, how about you come over here then? Okay, if you're so smart, why don't you jump up here?
Woohoo! Woohoo! Yes!
And that's how you make that. Thank you for joining me with another episode of Henry's Kitchen. By the way, if you guys like cooking show parodies, Henry's Kitchen, go check it out. Just type it into the search bar and watch it. It's amazing. So today I've been married and been on a cooking show in addition to all the regular GMOD VR nonsense. What will they think of next? Is that all for this area? I think it is. Now this bricked door is cause for concern. New content, the jump circle. Jumps remaining, 36. Okay, let's get our VR fitness on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, each one counts as 2 jumps. See, I'm being efficient. 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Wow, that really was content. This is another one of those times where it feels like I've been playing forever, but I kind of want to try my hand at the dark area again. I mean, maybe there's somewhere where I'll be able to see where I'm supposed to be going. Using this door as a reference, I can push my way back. I think I kicked something in the dark. No, if I turn around, that will not get me anywhere. I'm moving, but I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, wait. Okay, I did find something. That was difficult. And there's clutter on the floor, which doesn't help. Open up. And nothing. Nothing at all. I don't know what to do with that information. Well, we had to come back and check you out eventually, didn't we? Oh, didn't we? Down the corridor, down the ladder, into the red, into the dark, over the pipes, over the pipes, past the bricked door, down the throat of the creature that skinned the world. Yeah, no, words are just coming to me now, and that doesn't feel like a coincidence anymore. Also, this loop doesn't feel like a coincidence. I'm starting to feel like you're hiding something behind my blinking. I'm gonna go for another couple of loops of this. And it's in that moment that I will try turning around once, and if that gets us out of here, then this really was doing shenanigans. Only thing is with these ambient sounds, I find it hard to turn back. I don't know, I always feel like I'm just around the corner from discovering what this is all about, even though that's probably a futile effort. I mean, really, it's more like gambler's fallacy at that point. Okay, if I were to run to the end of the hall, part of it is, I don't know what the threshold would be. What should be the point where I turn back? The answer is there'll never be a time like the present. No, I can't be sure of that. Oh, God. Do we just keep going? As soon as we try to turn back. That was a clever take on that one. It was kind of a double fooled ya. But of course, I'm always the fool in the end. One. It's a mini golf course. It's a concrete mini golf course. Even the windmills are concrete here. Yep. It's weird. This whole thing felt so dark and foreboding at first, and there are still some actual scares to be had here. Some creepy moments, some more melancholy or somber ones, and yet there's also plenty of sort of cynical humor, I guess. Why does this feel like revisiting, not a childhood home, but like the home of an aunt or uncle or a grandparent who you saw like once or twice ever? A place that is nostalgic, but one that you don't know well. It's just something that you walk in and you're like, wait a minute, I've seen this before. It's like a whole residential block. Oh, hello, a crowbar. Don't mind if I do. And here's the Signalis room. Let's close the door. Let's actually revel in this for just a moment. Hello? I knew I'd find somebody like you here. Locked. Well, that's about. Look at that, a completely pitch black wardrobe. Okay, looks like we're experiencing a house shift in the kitchen. Again. Look at that, duplicated and clipped into each other. Yep. Danger, back room. Not back rooms, back room. As it turns out, significantly easier to navigate in. In fact, it's indistinguishable from a regular back room when there's no other rooms connected. Ooh. Melons. Okay, good, they're not here. It took me a second. But this is Trip and Grace's apartment from Facade. If you don't know what Facade is, that was a game that came out in like 2005 that was pretty innovative because you were entering the apartment of this couple and you could talk to them by typing. It worked pretty jankily, but it was still pretty impressive for the time. I remember once I figured out how to mod the textures, it was pretty much all over from there. Yeah, this was as far back as you could go. And this seems to be as far back as we can go. So I guess that's the end of this whole vein. Okay, let's leave this place as quickly as possible. Had to no-clip my way back up and out of there. But, okay, we've already done all of that. We've already been down there, but we have not been through this door. No, we have not. It's closing us in. But it's just a lone tree floating in the abyss. And we're locked in. So that means that either something's waiting to happen or something's waiting for us to happen. My thing is, I don't know what us happening actually entails. Well, been wandering around for a while. I think this door is just locked, so I'm just gonna go ahead and no-clip on through because at a certain point I gotta get a move on. Now, what was through here? Oh my, there's a lot we still haven't seen. Here's another of those rifts in reality, although here, it seems more like something has come through from the other side, transplanting itself onto this building. Let's go see what its end is like. This is actually kind of beautiful. Just a moldy little house in the bayou. Waist deep water that we can march across. It's like having our own little castle with a moat. But it doesn't seem like there's much to be seen here. Some of these areas of the map just feel like we're experiencing a three-dimensional version of a painting or something. Look at that, a big fallen log. A big mossy log we can walk through. And I keep hearing those sounds, those hissing sounds from all over, and I'm not quite sure what to make of them. Well, I guess we can move on from this now. Whoop. Look at that smooth fade. The way this map handles teleports is really clever and cool. Like, it's so seamless. It feels like part of the map rather than taking you out of it. Here's the backstage of the cooking show. Can we maybe get something from the vending machine? No, but it can take our money. That was disorienting. Ooh, what is this? Oh, it's one of... These are things. Well, that's an... Of course. You know, no matter how convoluted you make the process, it's just guaranteed to end the same way every time, isn't it? Come on. Come on. Come on. I thought I would be able to game this in VR somewhat, but I guess not. And I'm still hearing those swamp hisses. This is an area that I really hate being in, but if we're going by law of symmetry, the entrance to one area was on the opposite bank over there, so maybe there's more hidden in the darkness this way. Okay, yes, there is something. All right. Just trying to cover my bases. This feels really familiar. A forest at night, and it all feels fitting until you realize that normally the birds don't chirp away like this at night. I anticipated the outcome, and yet I can't move. I can't move. Why do I feel like I'm being dissected in midair? When I look down, I rise slowly. Okay, well now it only makes sense to try the other ends, right? And yep, here we are. So there'll probably be one on the other side too. This is a place full of traps, and as we have learned, all of them death traps. So what do we make of this? I'm sorry, have I stepped into the rising tension room? Let's get out of here then. If you're not gonna do something. Yeah, no, that was just the room of visceral panic, I guess. And this is where they make chicken nuggets. Ugh. Well, there's probably nothing more to be done with that. I guess that's where all the cans go after I delete them for lagging the map too much. Reminds me of the thumbnail for the old Construct Beta 13 video. Oh my god. I could push you, but I can't pick you up. I don't know what to do with this information, or this newfound responsibility, should I choose to accept it, which I don't. Nothing here but a map edge, though. Okay, well, what do you say we get out of here and forget that this whole episode ever happened, right? Goodbye. You can't get me to take responsibility that easily. Should have left you at a firehouse. I think that's all for this hallway. This is just the hallway of pointless tension. Now, it's going to be a long journey in the dark. We won't even be able to see where we're going to get through here. Oh, wait, never mind. I have no clip. Yeah, sorry, guys. I've been playing way too long to care about that. Yep. Is there to be something else? Maybe not here, but probably up there. No. Yes. All right. Tower of Babel. Will I start speaking in tongues when I step inside? Nothing around the back. And not much way to climb it either, but look at that. That is not the Tower of Babel, that's the Tower of Kerplunk. Okay. What are those drum beats? Those are the official drum beats of something is coming, that you've just screwed up big time. Oh my god, it just keeps going and going. Danger. Load-bearing router. Do not break. I really mean it. Well, I guess it's beyond our ability to break it. It's narrowing. Little by little in increments, but it is narrowing. Just by inches every few dozen feet. And I can see the glimmer of something at the end. Also, it feels like the ceiling is getting quite a bit lower as well. And I can hear the alarm clock again. Like it's time to wake up. Not now blinking. It is so gradual to be almost unnoticeable, but now we've got to crouch the rest of the way. Oh god, it is still a long, long way, isn't it? I hope not too much longer. Another red door, one which I feel inevitably will not open. No, we can make it through. Wait, what's... We were pushing it out. Okay, well, once more, we've got to grab something from an altar. In this case, a cinder block. What does that do for us? I don't really know. Back to this hallway. Ah, here's the warning sign storage room. Sudden drop. You were not kidding. Huh. A flooded barn of indeterminate purpose. Well, at least the pig feed is still here. Other than that, that appears to be a dead end. So, I don't know what to do beyond check out that sudden drop. And when there is a sudden drop with a red sky above, you might as well have some fun with it. Ooh. Okay, well, that was a drop into instant sudden panic. What is going on? Things got even redder. Okay, this feels like a Voices of the Void nightmare or something. Run. We can sort of use the sky or the ceiling as a guide of some kind, right? There must be some way out somewhere. There must be some way out somewhere. Like here. Like here? No. This place is huge. Oh my god, finally. Alright, thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I know a fall loop when I see one. This doesn't actually land anywhere, does it? Alright, well, I'll tell you what, let's no clip out of this. If we come back here, there's none of that symbology left, just an open area and a big blood stain on the ground. We got liquefied. Probably punishment for what we did to that head crab, huh? The only other thing I can think of at this stage is to no-clip up here and see where this red door in the back leads. Because it's been taunting me this whole time, and I've run out of other ideas. Oh my god! Yahoo! Well, that's the punishment for no-clipping, huh? If there's anything else to be found, that'll turn up in the no-clip run, but with all that said and done, that was GM Red Halls, and it's certainly a unique take on the liminal genre. It almost feels like a somewhat less scripted growing map, like different people contributed different ideas or something, because it is just different ideas behind every door, and yet they're all connected by the red doors. And in doing so, it has that element of dream logic where everything feels like there's so much meaning to it, even the ridiculous stuff, even the creepy stuff. And it's like a constant struggle to make sense of what that connection is. It's like those dreams that feel so meaningful while you're having them, and then when you wake up, you kind of bend yourself backwards trying to make it fit, trying to make it make sense. I get the feeling this entire time that there is some greater whole, some greater idea that all this is trying to point me towards, and then sometimes there's like a singing dog head in the toilet. But I guess now would be a good time for our no-clip run. Oh, whatever that is, I don't believe we've seen that before. Spirit Halloween. Wow, this place really is moving in everywhere. Oh my god, the Bone Brigade! I should have known they were behind this. Oh, and so too is what I assume is the creator's avatar. Oh my god, Skeletrex is assembling his legion. Darwin. Darwin, speak to me, buddy. Oh no, you ate far too many of these burgers. I know they have good signing bonuses, but you can't keep letting your stomach speak through your heart. Look, they got you too. Alright, why is it always a dance party with you guys? Okay, we can't make our way around. This is probably only accessible by no clip. We're in Springfield. And, or Quahog. Oh, look, it's Brian getting hit by a car. Can we be the ones to do it? And I've just realized that door is red. So's the other one. Are these actually part of it? Was there some way to get here? By the way, I've always been fascinated by this little room on the side of the Griffin house. Like, is there something in there? Have we ever seen that before? Locked. Alright, well, we might as well take this for a brief spin, right? Yep. The doors have opened. That was the key. Okay, well, let's try the house across the street first. Locked. Locked. This is a strange map. Ooh. And back straight into the grain silo. All right, well, I guess that's my punishment. Hang on, let's get back there. What happens if we enter the Simpsons house? God, imagine a VR Simpsons hit and run. It'd be worth the nausea. Danger, contaminated. Simpsons Urbex, a genre I didn't know I needed. A genre I still don't know I need. Okie dokie. That's a blood stain. Huh. And once again, I don't know what to make of any of this, but it's here. Let's continue the no-clip run. Look at how vast this is. This is huge, and it's all just layered on top of itself. It's like multiple max-size maps, all one on top of the other. And it doesn't seem that big from up here until you realize how big that little middle portion is. You see the repeating textures, and then you realize how big everything below that is. God, what even is all that? Is that the maze? It is. This is the maze. God, it's literally bigger than the whole map. I feel like when you're just going with the flow on these maps, it's really easy to lose yourself and lose track of time and just be drawn wherever your eye takes you. But with this, it really brings to light that everything exists simultaneously, that all of this was just waiting for you to discover it the entire time, because otherwise it just feels like it blinked into existence the moment you arrived, which I guess means it's selling the illusion correctly. Government-mandated developer room. Right next to the jumping area. where you were judging us silently. Oh god, I hope my jumping was in good form. Okay, I surrender. I should have known the real you would be around here somewhere. In fact, that was the symbol that dissected us earlier. Get your jump back. The challenge is fun, though. Toggle auto blinking. Fight your friends over this one. Huh. So that is a map feature. We can turn that off now. Not that it really matters. Biggest thanks to What the Wonder. It's real. Interesting. So, like many liminal spaces, this is based off of a real place, or rather, a particular angle of a real place. And here's the credits and supporters. You know, actually, I view creator rooms on maps like this as a form of therapy, because going through them, it really is like a brain soup that you're left with over time. And I feel like stuff like this helps kind of ground you back to earth before you take the headset off. Makes you realize, okay, this was made by real people who can have some fun, and you're not just, you know, walking through fragmented synapses. But if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this map out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.